And welcome in, everyone. It's that time of the week again.
Hey,
Who's
y'all.
excited? I know you are, Leah.
Ooh. That's not a good excited
That was
football
pretty good.
sound.
That was pretty good.
Woot, woot. I don't know.
All right, let's go ahead and get started here. Let me get the picture-in-picture rocking, and we'll get
Yas.
recording. All right, Leah, you ready?
Sure am.
Okay, let me get my notes, because I don't have them up.
And I'm the one that starts this, right?
Yes, you are. We'll go over my face paint in a minute. It's wonderful. Here we go. All right, got my shit. Okay. Let's see. All right. You ready?
I think so.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Hey, y'all. I'm Leah Lawrence.
And I'm her husband, Mitch Lawrence.
And you are listening to Tailgate Tales, a special series of the Southern Spirits podcast.
Each week, we are doing something fun from a school in the Southeastern Conference. Which one is it going to be this week, Leah?
This week, we're talking about Mississippi State University.
Awesome. Mississippi State is playing Texas A&M this Saturday at 11 a.m. So get up bright and early. And yes, that is bright and early for football season, Leah. I know what you're thinking.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to tailgate ahead of time, you would have to really get up early and start the boozing. So I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. And my face paint, I'm very happy with because it was kind of my idea. It was a joint thing. But Leah, of course, does the painting. My head says Hail, and then Satan is crossed out, and then State underneath it.
And there's a paw print.
Yep. So, Hail Satan /
Okay.
State. And the tradition we're going to talk about for Mississippi State is the most annoying one in the world, and everyone already knows what it is.
You didn't say anything about my face paint.
Oh, well, your face paint's nice. It's half and half, and it's got cute little paw prints on it.
Yes.
Half maroon, half white. And I didn't do it.
Because I didn't want to paint another animal and have someone tell me that the eyes looked fucked up again.
Leah, those eyes were fucked up on like everything you put on my face.
Mine was always cute, but yours always looked a little disgruntled or terrified.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to paint any more animals.
Yeah.
Fuck y'all.
Yeah.
We're going with solid color blocks.
Ugh. Well, that's wonderful. Anyway, back to the tradition. We were talking about the most annoying tradition in college football. It's cowbells. Mississippi State loves bringing those noisemakers, and there's been like a rule in the book since like 1974 that they can't have artificial noisemakers because it was mainly due to this, because everyone in the stands would have a cowbell with a handle on it, and they would ring it, and
What
the
does
decibel level,
artificial noisemaker mean?
anything that makes noise that isn't you. So
I
like,
can make a hell of a lot of noise.
no, you can't. You're very quiet. You're very meek. Except for when you're angry at the dog.
I was the kid in the theater class that they wouldn't mic because I was a naturally loud person. So
Well, you can be my cowbell anytime, Leah.
you're right.
I did get some information about the cowbells from Mississippi State itself. This is from hailstate.com. There's just an article on there with their traditions. There's stuff about their mascot, their bulldog, and their colors, maroon and white. And the cowbell, I'm not going to quote it, but essentially it started in like the 30s and 40s when a cow actually came onto the field.
Because they started out as an agricultural university,
Yes.
correct?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
And a cow came onto the field when they were playing Mississippi, and then they beat Mississippi. So all of a sudden, they actually brought live cows to the games for a very long time. And
That's
then they were
such a
like,
terrible idea. Cows are very startleable.
yeah. And then a few years later, they were like, maybe we should just do cowbells. And then in the 60s was when two professors actually put handles on the cowbells, and that's when everything started. And then like a decade later, the whole of NCAA was like, you got to fucking stop, man. That's way too much.
But they apparently still bring them?
Well, they can bring them, but like they get confiscated. And, it's still a tradition. They still have them. They'll ring the bells outside the stadium.
Yeah.
They'll do it tailgating, that sort of thing. You cannot have your cowbells in the stadium anymore because there are 90,000 people with cowbells, and that's a problem. It's been like that for a long time, too. So, yeah.
So their tradition is a thing that they can't have, but they clearly have them?
Well, Auburn doesn't have trees anymore. They still got that. Rolling them trees.
Well, they kind of have trees. They replanted some.
Yeah, but you
They're
know what I
fine.
mean. Don't take away from them any more than they've already had taken from them, Leah.
I'm not taking away from anything. I just don't understand.
Well, it's a tradition. It's,
I get it, but I don't know. Then, okay, so if you can't have those, if you can't have an artificial noisemaker, why do they toss out those little plastic sticks that you smack together?
They don't do that
Those
at these football
boomsticks
games.
or whatever?
Those are baseball games, mostly.
Because the only time I've ever had them was at a UAB football game where my brother
that's
was
UAB.
marching.
It was probably like you and 10 other people
They
that had those things.
No, I mean they were tossing them out, and since we were sitting close to the band, anyway, I got a pair and I was just smacking them together because they were fun. I liked the way they sounded, but
Now, I don't know the whole story, but I know it's kind of I remember reading in this article that in 1974 they couldn't bring cowbells anymore, and I know just a few years ago there was a big thing about having the cowbells again, and whether they were allowed to or not. So I think it's just kind of gone in and out.
well, I mean, maybe you could just bring the cowbell, but don't have a cowbell with a clapper in it, so you
think
can wave it around.
That might be it, and then
But,
they end up clinging them
no.
together.
Yeah.
I think that might be
You just
it.
can't trust a drunk redneck. I'm sorry. Also, can we notice on the video the dude in the morph suit?
Oh yeah, that just kind of became a
awkward.
thing. People wear wear them to hockey games and shit too.
No, I just meant that he probably should wear a pair of shorts.
No, I just want to see the end. I want to know what religion you are, sir. Just by looking
we
at
can
you.
tell. Anyway. All right. Well, that was fun. Cowbells.
It was, and I just want to say, if I sound awful, I had a flu shot yesterday, and I am not feeling good after it. That's why we are now an anti-vax family.
We're not.
No, we
I
are
will
not.
put all of the vaccines. Thank you very much. Okay. This is a not related side
we
story,
go.
but last year we work for the state, so they bring in free flu shots that everybody is very highly suggested that they get one.
Right.
You don't have to, but they bring them around. Our insurance has already paid for them, so might as well go get one, right? Well, last year I was
That's what I did
sick.
yesterday.
Yeah, me too. I had mine a couple weeks ago, but last year I was sick on the day that I was supposed to get my flu shot, so I missed it. And this year I literally got the flu twice. Two different strains. I had the fucking flu twice. So we're going to put all the vaccines. We're going to get vaccines on vaccines on vaccines.
Yeah, last year there was an A strain and a B strain, and we got both of them.
Always an A and a B.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there's also a C, and I actually got the B and C, I think. I don't remember. It's been so long. But at any rate, I got the flu twice. So
Yeah.
get those flu shots, y'all.
And I'm not sick by any means. I've just been very tired all day. I didn't go to work today because I felt so bad. Yeah, it was just a long day of sitting and staring at the dog while he did this right here, sleeping next to me. Look at him.
Anyway, so who's ready for a story about a haunted thing in Starkville? Yay!
Oh, God. You did so well with introducing that.
You know what? Segues aren't my forte, okay?
You did great.
All right, so we're going to be talking about George Hall.
Okay.
So last year when we did Tailgate Tales, I did a really super in-depth, creepy, long story about a double murder. This year it's just a haunted place, and it's
Perfect.
real short. So, I'm sorry that it's not as in-depth and intense, but you know what? We're trying to be chill. We're trying to have a fun, spoopy
Are we?
Halloween season. So yeah, here we go.
Okay.
So George Hall is on obviously the campus of the University of
Mississippi State
Mississippi
University.
State University. Fuck.
Pwned.
I can never keep those two straight in my mind. I'm sorry, y'all. But it's located on Lee Boulevard, right next to the post office. So if any of y'all know where the post office is, right next door, George Hall.
No idea.
It's actually the Office of Public Affairs today, but it was the infirmary for a very, very long time.
Oh no.
Yeah, so that's where we're
Oh.
headed.
Mm.
So George Hall was built in 1902, and it was named after James Z. George, who was a U.S. Senator from Mississippi. Makes sense, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, it was the original campus infirmary. Now they've built a separate new big fancy student hospital, the James Z. George Memorial Hospital. Was built in 1965. But
Okay.
until 1965, that's where all the sick students ended up at. And unfortunately, in 1918, a very, very, very bad Spanish flu epidemic hit the entire country.
Okay.
And MSU was no different. They
That's not
had
good.
people getting incredibly sick from the Spanish flu and dying from the Spanish flu. So what they did was when these students got sick, they would be quarantined on the second floor of George Hall. Because obviously the more you can quarantine people that are sick, the less it spreads. So they keep getting more and more students and more and more students. And it turns out that this particular Spanish flu, I don't know if you're really familiar with it from history, but
No,
it had
I'm
a
not.
very high mortality rate.
Oh, God.
And they had so many, if it tells you, I think I was reading, and more people died, like more U.S. people died from the Spanish flu than they did in World War One. Like it was
Really?
that many people died from the Spanish flu. It was really
Jesus.
bad. And so, like I said, obviously the same thing carries over here. Lots of students died. I couldn't find an exact number because I'm not sure that the records still exist. But they had so many students die in that building that they had to set up temporary morgue and embalming facilities in the basement of that building. So,
Great.
yeah.
You always need more morgue.
Yeah, so they set up a morgue in the basement, or well, in the bottom. I'm not sure it was the actual basement, but on the lower floors of that building. And then they also had to bring in embalmists so they could embalm the students to prepare to be sent back home from
Good
wherever they were
God.
from. Yeah, so obviously this is a creepy ass building because anything that's served as something like that generally gets, I mean, if not an actual haunting, it's got a creepy vibe because you knew what happened there. You know what I mean? And a lot of people that work there today say, you know what, we've never seen ghosts. Like, it's not a big deal. This is just the public relations building. Stop making it a big deal. But the people that actually like go in and have to like be around the building are like, oh, but it's super creepy. Have you noticed? So they're... It's just said that, you know, the students that died there are still there and they haunt the building itself. But it's more of an overwhelming sense of like dread and sorrow and sadness kind of instead of an actual manifestation. There are no reports of like full body physical manifestations or anything. It's just like sounds and an oppressive feeling and sort of like shit going missing occasionally, you know, standard stuff like that, but not an actual physical his name is Edward and he walked through the door kind of haunting.
Yeah, they don't
you know?
talk to people.
No, it's more of a feeling, an impression of like so much suffering in this building that the whole building sort of takes on that feel, I guess. So that's what happened in George Hall. So if anybody goes to Mississippi State, awesome. Good for you. Hope you graduate. Good job. But also head around George Hall and check it out because it's apparently haunted by the ghosts of dead students.
Yeah.
Yay.
But don't worry, we made it happy again. That last slide is
Yeah.
wonderful.
So if you're on the video, obviously the last slide is the mascot dog with the mascot dog.
Yeah, it's
Live
okay.
and costumed.
I was about to say it's a person in a costume
What
and
is that
a
dog's
bulldog.
name?
I don't know. We went over it last year.
We
I don't
did,
remember.
but I don't remember his name.
I don't remember fucking Sarge or something like that.
What?
I don't think that's it.
I don't think that's it either. But look how sweet and happy he is. I love a bulldog.
Yeah, I do too. They're great.
And I will say for mascot costumes, bulldogs are hard to pull off, and that's not a bad one. I mean, it's not the best bulldog I've ever seen, but for a mascot head, it's well done. Good job, Mississippi State costumers.
Yeah.
Or whoever. I'm sure they paid someone a lot of money to make that for them, but well done. Good job.
Great work on that mascot outfit.
Did you find his name?
No, I was looking in our stuff and I can't find it. So,
Okay,
sorry,
Google.
y'all.
What is Mississippi State's mascot's name?
Mississippi State University's mascot is Bully.
His
Bully.
name's Bully.
Oh, what a
That's-
fucking terrible
I was
name.
just like, that was anticlimactic, but thank you,
Ugh.
Google.
Google, give me something good like Butch.
No, his name's Bully.
Otherwise, get the fuck out of here.
Sarge would have been more fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to call him Sarge.
Okay, he's Sarge from now on, y'all.
Excellent.
So, how exciting for everyone involved that old Sarge is a thing now.
Yep.
Let's go full screen there. All right. Well, that was a nice, quick, and easy one.
All right,
I guess.
excellent. And
I enjoyed
we hope
it.
all of your football games go the way that you want them to today.
Yeah, however that may be.
Indeed.
Yeah. Well, I had a good time. Did you have a good time, Leah?
I had an excellent time. Thank you very much.
Thanks for being here, y'all. Don't forget that this show streams live on Wednesdays on our Facebook page, so come hang out. And also watch the video on our YouTube channel the same time that this audio comes out. So check those two things out. See that fun slideshow with those cute little dogs. One cute little dog.
Just the one.
Another cute one in a mascot outfit.
Yeah.
But, yeah, whatever. All right, y'all. Well, we will see you next time.
Bye, y'all.
Excellently done. Expertly, if I say so
Huzzah.
myself. Leah, that was a great job.
Thanks.
I'm proud of you. I hope that you are proud of yourself.
You know what? I have some issues with that, but it's
Yeah.
fun.
Well, you did
Working on
great.
it.
You did fantastic, Leah. Absolutely fantastic. All right, y'all. Well, since I'm all sickly and shit, we're going to get on out of here. I'm going to get up and show my face paint, though, first. Hold on.
Okay.
I thought it was a neat idea. Maybe I was just wrong. I don't know.
If it's a terrible idea, it was the flu shot talking.
Yeah, it was. A lot of bad things have happened because of the flu shot so far. Oh, well, anyway, y'all, we're going to head on out of here. So, see ya round the bend.
What? That is not what we say.
We will catch you on the flippity flop.
No.
Latris on the Minjay. You've seen I Love You Man once with me.
Yes.
Great movie. That's what Paul Rudd says when he's trying to be cool to Jason Segel. Latris on the Minjay. He says,
I don't know what that
what,
means.
what did I just say? Oh,
All right. For real though.
Okay.
Bye, y'all.
yeah. We'll see ya. Bye.